Thousands of people are living an invisible burnout. They feel as if something is draining them from the inside, even when nothing on the outside explains it. They are tired, stuck, weighed down by debts, frustrations, and a void that nothing seems to fill. Here is a truth that few people know. This is not just psychological, it is energetic. We live in a universe where everything vibrates, everything sends signals, everything is connected. And more than that, we are living fields of energy, constantly sending and receiving information through our thoughts, emotions, desires, and even the memories we carry. What few understand is that this personal energy has the power to attract or repel experiences. If you do not grasp how it works, you live on autopilot. But if you learn to master it, you awaken. In this video, you will discover why your current reality may be shaped by energetic loads you don't even know you carry, how to identify the imbalances that sabotage your life, and how to use simple practices to reprogram your energy and shift your spiritual frequency. So hit the like button now, subscribe to Mystic Authority, and get ready to see the invisible. Now let's dive into the first chapter. You are not just flesh and bone. You are a field of energy in motion, a unique blend of thoughts, emotions, intentions, and memories, vibrating constantly like an antenna. And just like a magnet, you attract whatever exists on the same frequency as you. In other words, if your mind vibrates with fear, worry, or scarcity, guess what starts showing up in your life? More fear, more debt, more closed doors. But it also works in reverse. When you change your frequency, even if nothing changes on the outside, you begin to attract new opportunities, new people, new paths. This is spiritual magnetism. Think of it as an invisible law that organizes the meetings and moments in your life. It's not a coincidence that you keep living the same patterns, attracting the same types of people, or repeating the same situations. You are simply tuned in to that specific energy. And more, the planet you were born on, the place where you live, the cycles of the moon, even your ancestors, they all influence your energy field. It's a collective and personal energetic connection. But take a breath. This is not a life sentence. It's a starting point. The key is to awaken your awareness and learn how to cleanse, align, and reprogram your personal frequency. In the next chapter, we'll talk about what happens when this energy falls out of balance and how it directly impacts your health, your finances, and your relationships. Many people live trapped in cycles of self-sabotage, failure, and suffering, without even realizing they are being guided by a deep energetic imbalance. It's not bad luck. It's not karma. It is the result of a personal energy field in collapse. Just like a damaged magnet loses its power to attract, when we are filled with fear, anger, insecurity, or anxiety, our energy begins to repel everything positive and attract exactly what we want to avoid. Toxic relationships, financial scarcity, unexplained illnesses. All of it can be the reflection of a disordered, unprotected, and misaligned energetic field. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you vibrate. And if your inner field is emotionally unstable, the world around you will mirror that through painful and repetitive experiences. But this imbalance doesn't happen by chance. Most of the time it comes from decades of unhealed emotional blocks, ignored traumas, and inherited limiting beliefs. And the more you deny or repress those energies, the stronger they grow in the invisible, shaping your life unconsciously. The good news is, chaos is also an invitation. It's a call from your soul, asking you to look within, to recognize what needs to be healed, and to return to your inner balance. This process of reorganization doesn't require grand rituals. It begins with small changes, and the very first one is learning how to breathe with awareness. In the next chapter, you will understand how the simplest act of your day, your breath, can become the key to reconnect your soul and restore your energy. The breath is the first act when you arrive in this world, and the last act when you leave it. Yet between these two extremes, almost no one realizes that breath is the most powerful key we have to transform our energy and influence the invisible. Each inhale does more than deliver oxygen to your lungs. It carries information, frequencies, and vibrations from the environment. Each exhale releases a portion of your own energy back to the universe. Without noticing, you exchange energy with the world every second. When this simple act is done with awareness, it can reorganize emotions, heal blockages, and align you with higher states of consciousness. Ancient spiritual traditions understood this. Monks, healers, and initiates have always used breathing as a tool for elevation, cleansing, and protection. When you breathe slowly, deeply, and consciously, something shifts within you. The mind slows down, the body relaxes, the soul expands. Conscious breathing aligns your energetic field and anchors you in the now. It lifts you out of survival mode and reconnects you with your true essence. You don't need hours of meditation to begin, just a few minutes a day. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4 more seconds. This simple cycle can change your frequency and restore your energy with greater balance. The more you practice, the stronger you become spiritually, and the less vulnerable you are to external influences. In the next chapter, we will explore a delicate topic. What happens when, upon opening to the spiritual world, you lose control of your mind and surrender to forces that confuse instead of guide? Not every spiritual awakening leads to light. There's a critical point on the path of expanding consciousness where, instead of freeing you, spirituality can become a trap. This happens when the mind disconnects from the soul and the ego disguises itself as wisdom. The result? Mental confusion, mystical delusions, obsessions, and sometimes the complete loss of identity. Many people, upon opening their spiritual channels, become vulnerable to ideas, influences, and entities that have no intention of helping, only manipulating. It's like tuning an antenna to receive messages from the universe, but without filters, without discernment, without protection. What was meant to be divine connection turns into a festival of illusions. These individuals begin to live according to messages from beyond. They lose their critical thinking. They detach from reality, from others, and from their own responsibility over their choices. That's when free will breaks. They stop being co-creators and become energetic puppets, moved by inner voices that don't always come from the light. But why does this happen? Because spiritual awakening without grounding, without discernment, and without emotional cleansing is like climbing a mountain without a rope. The risk of falling is immense. It is essential to understand true spirituality brings you closer to truth, makes you stronger as a human being, and gives you greater clarity, not less. If a practice, channeling, or belief pulls you away from reality, from others, or from yourself, something's wrong. This is why one of the greatest spiritual protections is humble self-knowledge. It's the courage to face your shadows, to question even your own intuitions, and to evolve while keeping your feet firmly on the ground. In the next and final chapter, we'll explore how to use practice, repetition, and faith to consciously channel your energy and build a life of purpose and power. There is a secret few masters reveal. Spirituality does not live in grand events, but in the constancy of small practices. While many search for answers in supernatural experiences, encounters with guides or mystical signs, true spiritual masters embody spirituality in everyday life. In the first breath upon waking, in the silent gratitude before a meal, in the nighttime prayer before sleep. These little ceremonies, performed with clear intention and consistency, shape the energy of your spiritual field. Repetition, when done consciously, organizes the soul's energetic flows. It is like watering a plant, a little every day. You don't see it grow all at once, but one day it blooms. Chanting a mantra, meditating for a few minutes, lighting a candle with purpose, writing an affirmation of power. These are simple acts, yet filled with transformative force, because they align your mind, emotion, and energy with a new state of being. And what activates this force? Faith. But here, faith is not believing in something outside of you. It is believing that you can change, that you deserve something better, that a power within you is waiting to be awakened. Faith fuels the practice. Practice transforms your energy, and energy shapes your reality. This is how you activate your hidden power, with presence, with intention, with discipline, and with love. When these elements come together, your life is no longer ruled by unconscious patterns. It becomes guided by your awakened soul. Now you understand, everything you live, feel, and attract is not by chance. It's resonance. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner energy. If your life feels heavy, directionless, it's a sign that something within needs realignment. And that transformation doesn't begin with grand rituals, but with small, conscious choices made daily. You've learned that your energy field is real, and it influences your life on every level. Inner imbalance attracts chaos, while harmony brings clarity and purpose. Breath is a sacred bridge between body and spirit, and faith, combined with practice, is the key to awaken your deepest strength. Now comes the most important question. Will you keep living on autopilot, or will you take command of your energy and transform your reality? The choice is yours. If this video touched you in any way, leave a like, subscribe to Mystic Authority, and share in the comments which of these practices will you apply starting today. And remember, you are not alone. We are here together on this journey of expansion, healing, and awakening. Until the next video, may the light guide your steps, and may your energy carve the path forward.